Good morning, class. I hope y'all are doing all well today. Today, we're just going to be doing a follow-up lesson on our comparing positive and negative numbers with rational numbers. So, Unit 7, Lesson 1. So, we're going to go directly to Activity 1.2, which is in your books or online, whichever you choose to use. We're just going to run through this and just kind of hit the high points with this. So whenever we're dealing with temperatures, comparing positive and negative numbers, you just want to keep a lookout for keywords right here and know where your starting temperature is. So for example, right here it says the temperature is 5 degrees Celsius. So you'd go up to your initial thermometer and find where 5 degrees Celsius would be, which would be right there between 4 and 6, because 5 obviously goes between 4 and 6. And by the late afternoon, it has risen 6 degrees Celsius. Okay, so then you ask yourself, if it rises, right, so would I go up or would I go down? Well, obviously, as we rise, we go up. And how many degrees do we go up? Right here, it would be 6. So from 5, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that would put you at a temperature of 11 degrees Celsius, which would be right there in between 10 and 12. If you go to B, it's the same concept. The temperature is 8 degrees, so that's your starting. And by dawn, it dropped 12 degrees Celsius. Okay, so example here, we would find our starting temperature of 8. All right, and then it dropped. Okay, so if rising or risen, we go up, dropping, we're obviously going to go down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, which was put us at a temperature of negative 4 degrees Celsius. Okay? So that's comparing positive and negative numbers using a thermometer. And then we move to here, high places and low places, activity 1.3. This is involving elevation. Elevation is talking about your where you are in relation to sea level, and sea level, as we know and we've discussed, is at 0. Okay, so what they do here is they give you a list of cities. On the list of cities, which city has the second highest elevation? So once again, keywords here: the second highest. So when we're looking wherever the highest elevation, it's obviously going to be a positive number. In this situation, we're looking for the second one. So Denver, as we see, is the highest. So what would be the second highest? If we look through our numbers right here, it would be this city right here, Bethel, Indiana. Okay. And then the next one, how would you describe the elevation of Coachella, California in relation to sea level? So once again, sea level is at 0. All right, so we're just going to describe the elevation of Coachella. Coachella is right here. So that's a minus 22. So you got to think, would that be 22 below or above sea level? And the answer would be 22 below sea level. All right, the key thing right there is that negative. All right, that means that it is below sea level. Okay, and then C is very similar to B, so I'm not going to go over that. That's going to be on you. D asks, if you're standing on a beach right next to the ocean, what is your elevation? All right, so as we've discussed before in class, if we're standing on a beach right next to the ocean, what is your elevation? Well, guess what? You're at sea level, and sea level is 0. All right, pretty simple. So then we're going to go to this video real quick. He discusses elevation. He gives very good examples. Elevation of a geographic location is its height above or below a fixed reference point, which is most commonly known as sea level. Okay, so then he gives this graphic right here. All right, so you see this consistent line right here. That is sea level. Miami being 6 feet above sea level. New Orleans 3 feet below. All right, I think that gives a good relation of what sea level is. And then negative numbers. All right, so dealing with temperature, it can get very cold. So 0 degrees Celsius is freezing for Celsius. So anything that is below there is extremely cold. Anything above 0 is above freezing.